So let's go ahead and get started and talk about the first behavior that we have to master to make our teams great. And that behavior is trust. Now,
your sad devotion to that ancient religion has not helped you conjure up the stolen data tapes, or given you clairvoyance enough to find the rebels' hidden fortress.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Enough of this. Vader, release him.
A team. The kind of trust that I'm talking about on a team is what I call vulnerability-based trust. Vulnerability-based trust is the kind of trust that comes about when human beings on a team can and will say things to one another like, I don't know the answer, I need help, I think I made a mistake, or even, I'm sorry, I think I did something that was wrong. When they can be completely vulnerable about who they are, mistakes and warts and all, it creates a dynamic on a team that is just invaluable. Next thing that we have to do, and that is we have to really understand and benefit from conflict. Conflict is a second discipline or behavior that we have to embrace. Conflict on a team is a good thing.
Mira, no se peleen.
Talking about productive ideological conflict, conflict around issues. That's a good thing on a team. What matters is this, that you know that nobody is holding back their opinions, that people are not afraid to speak up. They're not calculating the cost, weighing the political ramifications. They are, if something is worth disagreeing about, they will disagree, and they will tell one another. That's what we're looking for, that kind of conflict. Intel, the great microchip company, for years, they built their culture around the concept of convince or be convinced. Disagree and commit. You go to a meeting, and you can disagree all you want, but at the end of that meeting, you will commit and walk out of that room on the same page.
We have sort of a problem here. Yeah, you apparently didn't put one of the new cover sheets on your TPS reports.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry about that. I forgot.
Yeah. You see, we're putting the cover sheets on all TPS reports now before they go out. Did you see the memo about this?
Yeah. Yeah, I have the memo right here. I just forgot.
Bob, it's not that I'm lazy. It's that I just don't care.
Disagree and commit. But it requires disagreement up front. That's why conflict leads to commitment. And commitment is when you walk out of the room and you know everybody here is going to go out there and do the same thing to make this work. We're going to really commit to this even if we do.
Why is it so important that we get real commitment? Well, that sounds obvious. But the real reason why, there's a practical reason, because if we don't get commitment, then we're going to have the next dysfunction at our doorstep, and that is the avoidance of accountability. God bless.
As you can see, I have provided everything a child might need. All right. Okay. As I was saying, hey,
somebody broke that.
People haven't committed to a decision, they're not going to have the courage to hold one another accountable for that, for the behavior that goes with it. They're not going to have the courage to hold one another accountable. Notice what I said there. I didn't say the leader holding them accountable. I said them holding one another accountable. You see, on great teams, accountability is peer-to-peer. Peer pressure in your organization is the best kind of accountability. The inattention to results. The reason why we have to hold people accountable is because if we don't, they're going to think that the results don't matter.
That is bad.
I'm not bothered.
That is funny, man.
Am I bothered though?
Take the shame, man.
No, because I ain't bothered.
You've only set yourself up there, though, innit?
No, I ain't, because I ain't bothered.
But that is funny, though, innit?
No, it ain't actually.
Well, look, just relax, all right?
Don't tell me what to do.
Come on, relax about it.
Are you telling me what to do?
No, I'm just saying don't worry about it.
Are you disrespecting me?
No, I'm not disrespecting
Are you disrespecting me though?
No, I'm not disrespecting you.
You're disrespecting me.
No, wait a minute.
Scottie Pippen was one of the best players in the NBA. And they had a great team around him and a great coach. And even after Jordan retired, they said this team could very well win the championship again. And so they made it to the playoffs. and they were playing their hated rival, the New York Knicks, and they were on the sideline, tie game, 20,000 people in the arena, national television, tie game with 2 seconds left in the game. The Bulls called timeout to take the last shot to win the game. The coach drew the team over to the sideline, and he said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get the ball to this guy named Tony Kukoc, a European player who was a really good shooter, and he's going to have the best chance to make the basket. Pippen looked at the sheet and said, no, I should get the ball. I'm the best player. And the player said, if I don't get the ball, then I'm not going out on the court. The coach said, okay, you're in for Pippen. They put him in. The best player sat on the bench. The fans were like, why is he not in the game? And the announcers were like, did he foul out? Did he get injured? What happened? No, he refused to play. The team made the shot, won the game, but that's irrelevant. The moral of this story is this. I wish everybody in this room, all of your organizations and churches, had people with the courage and audacity of Scottie Pippen, who could stand up in front of everyone and say, listen, you guys, it's not about the team, it's about me. Because then we'd know who to fire. I mean, that would be so nice. It's like, thank you for telling me. I always thought that about you, but I wasn't sure, but thank you. But they're not going to do that. They're going to go to meetings and nod and smile. And that's why we have to make sure they're focused on results. And
then here's our chance to review the 5 dysfunctions of a team one more time.